Erik ten Hag could land new Manchester United contract and job title if he stays at the club, as Man United confirmed the release of 7 players on their retained list, but remain in talks with 4 stars over new deals, as key Manchester United figures put the finishing touches to their end-of-season review this week. The conclusion isn't going to be as simple as deciding whether to keep Erik ten Hag or not. The 11-day delay in deciding whether to stick with the Dutchman isn't a good look for Ineos, but this process is about more than just the manager. It will seek to establish what has gone wrong and why it has gone wrong this season, from that dreadful injury record to training methods and tactical plans. Plenty of that invites scrutiny on ten Hag, but other departments will be in the spotlight as the football structure is redrawn. Technical Director Jason Wilcox has watched training alongside Sir Dave Brailsford and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Brailsford has been omnipresent around the club, and next month Omar Barada will begin work as chief executive. At some point, Dan Ashworth will follow as sporting director. Those appointments will lead to changes, and the cleanest approach would be to appoint a new boss who can slot seamlessly into that system. But ten Hag isn't without his admirers inside United and Ineos. His plan for FA Cup final success and the way he motivated the team hinted at a brighter future. The detail he delivered in the lead-up to the final imbued the players with an air of belief and confidence, and that translated onto the pitch. While judgments shouldn't be taken on one 90-minute performance, it was a reminder that ten Hag is an excellent manager that has complicated the decision around his future. In the 48 hours leading up to the date at Wembley, it appeared certain he was about to go. Now, that isn't so clear-cut, and when conclusions arrive, it could be that the 54-year-old remains in post, with club chiefs considering keeping him at Old Trafford. It might not be as simple as that. However, while ten Hag is keen to stay, he will also have questions of his own, given the power base beneath him has changed significantly since the Ineos investment into the club was confirmed in February. The most pressing issue is the 54-year-old's contract, which has just a year left to run. Can Ineos really come to the conclusion that ten Hag should stay without delivering a new contract? It would mean he is still at the club on a trial basis rather than having the complete backing of those in power. Within those discussions would be his job title. Ten Hag was appointed United's manager in 2022, but this is a role now being phased out across the Premier League. Liverpool and West Ham have replaced managers with head coaches already this summer, and it is a model Ineos are keen to replicate. Would ten Hag accept being a head coach? That is key, because that title is about more than semantics and optics. A head coach usually wields less power away from the training ground and the dressing room. Ten Hag has made it clear he wants the final say in recruitment, and his relationship with the likes of Barada, Ashworth and Wilcox will hinge on how that works. Even before pitching up in Manchester, ten Hag had said having the final say on transfers was a condition that was vital to his work. He reiterated that stance this season, while also stressing his early discussions with Ineos had been positive. But change was always likely to come once the season concluded. The first question for Ratcliffe and his team to answer is whether ten Hag should stay or go. If the conclusion is stay, then the key detail is how he fits into the new structure. It felt telling that Ratcliffe's statement in the immediate aftermath of the triumph against Manchester City only referred to the players and staff, never mentioning ten Hag by name or the office of the manager. It felt crude at the time, but is perhaps an insight into the collective approach they are keen to foster. Either way, these are now issues which need to be solved promptly. The transfer window opens in just over a week, and United players and targets need clarity on who is in charge. The clock is ticking ahead of a vital summer for Ineos and Manchester United. In other news, Man United confirmed the release of 7 players on their retained list, but remain in talks with 4 stars over new deals. Manchester United have confirmed the release of 7 players after revealing their retained list for the 2024-25 season. There is still doubt going into this summer at Old Trafford, with manager Erik ten Hag's future yet to be revealed. It had already been announced that former Real Madrid star Raphael Varane and his French compatriot Anthony Martial would be leaving the club. They have been joined by 5 other players, with other notable names including Brandon Williams and under-21 player coach Tom Huddlestone. The club also confirmed that Charlie McNeil, Marcus Lawrence and Kai Plumlee will exit the club at the end of their current contracts. 4 players meanwhile are still in contract talks to renew their expiring deals, including veterans Johnny Evans and Tom Heaton. United are also keen to extend Shola Shoretire's stay at the club, as well as Amri Forsan, though Mailsport have reported that the latter has rejected their latest offer. Varane leaves the club 3 years after he joined the club from Real Madrid, after he also left Los Blancos as a free agent. He formed an excellent partnership with Lisandro Martinez in 2022-23, but the most recent campaign was a mixed one for the 31-year-old. Varane struggled for form and fitness, and at times had dropped behind Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans in the pecking order. However, he was formidable at the back as United pulled off an upset over Man City in the FA Cup final. Martial meanwhile burst onto the scene at United back in 2015 with a stunning goal against Liverpool following his move from Monaco. However, he failed to live up to his potential and struggled to become a regular at Old Trafford over the past 4 years. He made 317 appearances for the club in total. He had been expected to leave after a loan stint to Sevilla in the 2021-22 season, but stayed with the Red Devils for another 2 seasons. Williams made 51 appearances for United during Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign at Old Trafford, though he has been sent out on loan to Norwich and promoted Ipswich over the last 2 seasons. A return to Ipswich could be possible after making 17 appearances for them last season. Losing Forsan would be a blow for the Red Devils. In January, the youngster became the 249th Academy graduate to break into the first team when he came off the bench in the FA Cup away at Wigan Athletic. He then went on to win his first Premier League start in a defeat against Fulham at Old Trafford. Back in November, United were confident they would be able to agree terms with Forsan and his representatives, having shown him a future as part of the first team. However, those attempts have proven to be fruitless so far. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.